Poppin', ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's your boy T Mike, and this message that I've channeled is basically how I guess, survived this long without losing my mind. I am fucked up with it in the head, but hey, I can live with that. But it's basically become the person that you always needed. That has been something I realized that I've been doing, and it helps. It really helps. Like, people be talking about your inner child and healing and all that stuff. That's basically the solution to it. Like, people talk about the problem, but the solution is become the person that you always needed. So I have a few story times
Oh shit. Here we go again.
because what something that really sparked this one was, God damn it, fuck it, you know how it be. But what really sparked this one was I had a person at a family event, right? I didn't want to go to this shit, but I went to support who event it was, right? So, little kids and shit run around me playing and shit, woo the woo. That's only I'm really here for the kids and shit, right? A person, 50 years old, twice my age, comes up to me and they say to me, T Mike, from me a bow. I said, what? I was like, from me a bow, you know I'm good for it. Woo the woo. I wouldn't front this motherfucker a 3.5. I wouldn't front this nigga a .5. This nigga history is so bad in the streets. Like, this nigga have said out of his own mouth. I remember when I was a kid, he was like, I done robbed every plug I done had. And I'm like, that ain't it. But you get what I'm saying, right? So I'm like, front you a bow. I don't sell drugs. I sell drugs. You know what this nigga said? Well, you losing then. And like stormed off, like he walked off, like he had an attitude. Remember I just said this nigga 50 years old? What I seen through my lens was like a 4-year-old, like he was pouting, like it was. Did you hear what I told this nigga I don't sell drugs, and this nigga was upset. He wasn't he like. Do you hear how I say when I be saying people supposed to be role models and like this is somebody who I grew up and I'm like twice my age. This is a 50-year-old man. Not should I even say man? Just came and asked me to front him. Some Yeah. See how I didn't need no person like. Well, you might need people like that to show you examples of what the fuck not to be. I would never be. God, I'm not finna be no 50-year-old nigga asking no nigga in his 20s to front him no man. What? Anyways, so the next story, it got deep, bro. When I was doing my thing, trapping and shit like that, I had a partner, right? It was three of us growing up. We had a lot of partners, but it was three of us. Used to spend the night at my house, all kind of shit with the woo. So as we get older and shit like that, I started doing my thing with the woo. They coming to get the shit from me. They was coming. One of them, he was coming, and then it started off. He was like, he'll start everyday thing. He started to be like, hey fool, let me get a gram or two to the mall. And I'm like, all right, you my partner. I'm thinking this, but then it became every day, like every day. So I'm thinking like, this means as soon as you get $10 or $20, you have to come and pay me. So it's like I grew up in the trenches, and I got family members, all that's on drugs, that was on drugs, and this person does too. So I'm noticing the pattern. My homeboy is becoming a fiend, and I'm feeling like, as I'm fronting him these little grams and shit, this shit ain't working. He gonna need something stronger. So it's like I can't watch my homeboy turn into a junkie in front. Like I can't do this shit. So it comes to how I say become the person you always needed. I made a real moral decision. I could have kept just taking all this money like fuck this business and shit like that. But I'm like, nah, bro. I see way past this shit. I just cut him off cold turkey because you got to think I'm his homeboy since we was like 11 and kids and shit like this. He can't just go ask no nigga to keep fronting him a gram every day. He know I'ma fuck with him. So I'm like, nah. I cut the nigga off cold turkey. But before I did, remember I told you it was three of us. I was telling the other homeboy, I was talking to him about it, and this showed his true colors too, with two birds and one stone, basically. Because all he wanted to do was talk about the nigga because he's so insecure. He feel like he was competing with both. Yeah, you get that's another story, but yeah. But I learned like of now. If I was my homeboy that was fiending type of shit, I want a nigga to cut me off cold turkey too. He don't even know why I cut him off. I haven't spoken to him since this shit. And it was like, if I'd rather lose our friendship, I bet you know the airplanes and shit, but I was like, I'd rather lose our friendship than to see you become a drug addict, like a fiend for real. Like I can't sit there and stomach that, and I'm gonna feel like I played a part in it. And a part of me when I be talking about trapping and shit, people might be like, you glorify poison in the community, this and that. I can honestly say I can sleep well at night and have a clear conscience because I never poisoned my community. I never sold nothing that was gonna harm people. Every time people came and got shit from me, they had a good time or it helped them get through some shit. Or you, my experience with trapping and shit, I never did nothing that was gonna poison people. So yeah, more of that shit of be that person you always needed, bro, to other people. That helps you. And sometimes you're gonna have to make them big decisions. You're gonna have to be the bigger person and all that. It's not gonna be easy, bro. I just said I had to lose my childhood friend because I didn't want to see him become a junkie. The point is, even if I would explain this to this person, I don't know if they mentally capable of thinking how I think. So that's why I say you have to shit. With great power comes great responsibility. Believe it.